Hi there, welcome to episode 3 of the City Boy series. At the end of the last episode, we got level 25 magic and we picked up some law runes. And then we cast the home teleport spell, sending us to Lumbridge. And because we had unlocked the ability to teleport back to Varrock, we now have free travel between the two cities and we can start exploring Lumbridge. As with any new city, I like to quickly go over the boundaries, so let's take a look at the map. For Lumbridge, I came up with pretty generous boundaries to start with. We have, obviously, the initial area near the castle, that's sort of the densely populated area. There's a gate to the east, which we cannot cross. I allowed the boundary to go as far north as the windmill because I wanted to be able to complete a couple of quests in Lumbridge, nothing too crazy. And then I also wanted to extend pretty far west to unlock the Ham Hideout, just because there's some really good and important content in there that I wanted to be able to play right off the bat. So, sort of as a trade-off, I didn't include the Lumbridge Swamp. However, with this series, I like to sort of include unlockable regions in every city. So, the rule I'm setting is if I get a Slayer task that requires me to go into the Lumbridge Swamp, and more specifically the dungeon within the Lumbridge Swamp, then I'll unlock that entire area. So the first thing I'm going to do here in Lumbridge actually is complete a couple quests. Within the boundaries that I'm setting, I'll be able to do Sheep Shearer, Cook's Assistant, and I think that's all I'll do for now. Sheep Shearer is going to be nice to kickstart that crafting grind. I kill all the imps I see because they have some unique drops that you can't find anywhere else. And I also might as well start collecting the beads. If I am able to make a necklace of passage, I can get down to the wizard's tower and complete that quest and get some free magic experience and get the Amulet of Accuracy. Start this quest. 20 balls of wool. Okie dokie. Of course I know. Of course. I've done this quest probably, 5 to 10 times on different accounts, and never was I able to successfully shear 3 in a row like that. This is just incredible RNG. Alright, so I have everything I need to complete this step of this beginner clue scroll I found a while ago. So we'll go do that real quick and see if the next step is completable. We now have Lumbridge and Varrock to work with, so the odds are increasing that we could finish a clue scroll. What's up, Yuri? He just punks me every time he shows up. Let's see what's next. That's unfortunate. So, I don't think any of these are completable. With these, you get a little, hot-cold clue that takes you all over the map. I think one of them would be within the boundaries of what I would call Alcarid, but we're not there yet, so we're going to go ahead and drop this. It's another inventory space to collect our wool. So we're going to go spin this and start the Cook's Assistant quest as well. I finished up the 2 quests that I could do in the area, Cook's Assistant and Sheep Shearer, and that got me a couple cooking and crafting levels. And then I ran over here to kill a ton of chickens so I could get feathers to make these arrows. So while I do that, I'm going to sort of make some plans going forward. I also killed the farmer that's here, so I was able to get a rake. I can use that on farming patches to start getting some farming XP. So Varrock was very easy to define the boundaries. It has a nice outer wall of the city that you just kind of stay within that. Some of the other areas, including Lumbridge, are a bit less defined. So I'm sort of up to my own means to create the boundaries. And what I've decided is that I'm going to include the Ham hideout, which is pretty far out west of the city. To compensate for that, I'm going to not include the swamp for now. So my territory is basically going to be from this farm that I'm at now over to the windmill, down to the Ham hideout and this area, and then of course the main area that we're familiar with. I'm doing that because honestly that dungeon is one of my favorite pieces of sort of early game content, because you can thieve from those Ham members and get a lot of unusual items, as well as clue scrolls, and some of the items they give will actually be just like immediate crafting experience, which is going to be really hard to get through these early levels without being able to go tan hides and craft leather like that. So there's one example. So I can polish these buttons for a little bit of crafting experience. That's all going to add up in the long run. Alright, so we spent some time thieving at the Ham place. We got another couple levels, and I picked up a clue scroll that we can complete at least the first stage. Also upgraded to a steel axe there, which will make the fletching for money a little bit faster. But for now, we're going to actually take our first trip back to Varrock and see if we can complete this clue scroll. Where is the bartender? Alright, let's see what the next step is. Eastern Falador. You know what? That's an easy one to finish if we just get the level for it. And right now we're at 31 magic. I think this is worth holding on to until we get there, and then we can teleport over and do that next step. So yeah, we're gonna focus on that now. We'll try to get back to 37 magic. Alright, exciting times. We're just about to hit 37 magic, which will unlock Falador. I took some time on mobile to do fletching again, got about 10,000 coins, then converted that into runes, and I've been back here at Moss Giant's training. I got my mithril sword. A bunch of drops have actually been low alching some of the drops. There it is, 37 magic, teleport unlocked. I've had terrible luck getting law runes on this trip. I haven't gotten any, so we still only have 2 teleports. Alright, finished up all of my runes here. Didn't get any more law runes, but I still have 2, so I can go to Falador and get back to Varrock. So I think we will end another video on that high note, and see you guys in Falador.